Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Hacktoberfest
Hello,
Thursday.
everyone.
Good to see you. We have some new faces on the line joining us today. So thank you, Azure, for jumping in. And true confessions, I just arrived in studio 1 minute ago because I was coming from a different location and I'm not at home. As you can see, there's no Finnegan around. So. But thank you, Azure, for opening it up and letting our other guest, special guest coming. Murray has joined us, and Murray's
Hello,
going to
everyone.
great to have you, Murray. He's going to be guiding us later on in the broadcast through some of the new features added to the WikiTree browser extension. And we have a special guest, Douglas, is joining us. Douglas Cohn.
Hello, everyone.
How are you, Douglas?
I'm great. Can't complain.
Excellent. Great. So this is your first time developing an app for WikiTree. Is that right?
That's correct. Yep.
Excellent. Excellent. Do you want to give us a bit about your background?
Yeah, sure. I do have a degree in computer science. I just got it like a couple of years ago, but I've been a respiratory therapist for like almost 30 years. So,
Wow.
but yeah, I don't work professionally as in computer science, but I still work in the respiratory therapy field, in the medical field. So yeah, I've just been basically programming off and on throughout my life, just always enjoyed it. And this came up and I had an idea and I'm like, well, let's do it.
Okay, excellent. Well, why don't we start off? If you share your screen and then take us through the app that you've created.
Sure. Let me see if I can do this for sure. There it is.
And while he's doing that, I'll say hi to people who are joining us online. Ian and Yoke, John Tyner from Ireland's there. Kay is here. So
all right,
everyone can watch afterwards. So there we go.
So there's my screen. I'm just going to go in here real quick. Go into my family tree and grab somebody here quick. So basically what this does is it...
I'm sorry, Douglas, can you zoom in? Yeah.
Zoom in a bit so we can see better.
Oh, hang on. I'm just grabbing a link here. How do I zoom in?
So on mine, I use Command Plus.
All right, let's try.
My Mac.
Control plus if you're on, yeah.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
That looks better.
All right, so this is what happened. Right now, it's just being called Ancestry Cemetery. So again, just throw in who you need. Click the go button. And what it does is it goes into the categories and it pulls up a cemetery that's in the category. I'd like to expand on that and look in the biography and everything also. But so it'll give your ancestors and where they're buried. So say you want a list and you want to go visit them, which is kind of the reason I did this, is because I will visit them, take pictures of the grave and try to put it up. So I was just looking for an easier way to just get a list of the ancestors and where they were buried. And this is how it works. That's pretty much it. It gives you a last name, first name, and then your WikiTree ID if you need to go into it. And then tells you cemetery and where it's buried. And also you can obviously adjust it. So now I can just see who's in Beavertown or who's in Freeport or who's in. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
That's exciting to me because sorry to just break in, but
no, it's fine.
It's great for me because for the WikiTree challenge, I always like to kind of do a cemetery spotlight if we can for the WikiTree challenge guest, if they have ancestors that are buried in cemetery, if they have quite a few in the same one, especially. And right now it's just I go into WikiTree Plus and group by category, and I kind of have to do my own little kind of hunt and peck find type thing. So yeah. This is awesome.
I mean, I like the cemetery map. That was very well done, and I like it, but I could not just search by family members.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where this stemmed off.
Right.
Like, I kind of want to do that. So that's really about it.
Yeah. So I can see that on the top left there, you can change the number of entries per page. So
yes. So I mean, it's just mainly you can scroll and get more, or of course down here they would have.
Right. And how many generations does it go back? Can you change the number of generations?
I don't have that function in there yet. I have it set up to, I think, I'm trying to think. I have it hard coded right now. I think it's
Okay.
5 or 10. I don't remember exactly. I have to look, but that's just one of the functions that I want to add to it. So, but
Right.
for now, this is where it
Mhm.
goes.
And does the search, does that work as a filter or just highlights? If you search for beaver,
You know, honestly, that's a good idea. I haven't really... Yep, there we go. I haven't played with that as much. I just added the functionality to it with data tables.
oh, okay, you just
So
added
it's-
yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
So
Doug? I have a question for you.
Sure.
Did you think about searching out categories related to these cemeteries?
What do you mean?
Well,
that's
I mean,
how it's populated from the category.
That's how I populate is through the
it's
categories.
populated from the categories. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
But I mean, I've noticed there's some though. If you notice, I put in here no cemetery available for some of them. Let's see. Those are just ones that basically they do not have a category for a cemetery. I will search for. It actually does a search for. Gosh, what is the different meanings for cemetery? There's cemetery. There's gardens. There's like 4 or 5 different types of wording for cemeteries that I've used. More, if I find more, I'll add more. But yeah, it'll find all those different ones.
Nice. So one thing yeah, just looking at this, I'm thinking if you did a search for just no cemetery, then that would give you a quick list of the profiles that you need to update and add their cemetery categories to.
True.
Presuming that they actually, yeah.
Yeah, so now you've got the list of who doesn't it. That's a good idea too.
Yeah. Are the WikiTree IDs, are they hot linked to their profiles?
Not yet, but that's on the list.
That's on the list, the to-do
Yeah.
list?
Yep.
There's
it
always
sure
a
is.
to-do list, isn't there?
Absolutely. No, that's definitely on the hot list.
Because then, yeah.
That'll probably be hopefully done in the next couple days.
Excellent. That's great.
That's
and so
cool.
this is live now in the tree apps?
It is not. It is
Oh.
not. I've never put anything live yet, so I gotta figure out how to do that.
Okay, so you're running it locally.
Yes,
and it's
yes.
something that we can look forward to.
I mean, it's in my it's on my app space, but
Right.
I don't have it forked into the main.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll work on getting that done. So that'd be nice to have this done by the end of October.
Yeah, definitely.
That's great. Well,
But yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's the idea behind it, and
Okay.
I hope people enjoy it and use it.
Excellent. That's great. Okay, so now I'm going to try to share my screen. So, Murray, should we be going into the WikiTree browser, the preview or the live version for what we wanted?
Actually, what you should do to start is go to the WikiTree browser extension page and turn off WikiTree browser extension. So we need to take a look at how it looks to the people who aren't using the extension first.
Okay.
And then we're going to show you how it looks now that we've made a couple of recent changes.
Okay. The full version, not the preview version.
No, neither version. I don't want. So
Oh,
what I want you to show is the WikiTree browser extension page without the browser extension engaged at all.
Okay.
Turn it off. And then
What?
Sorry.
And then I'll ask you to turn it on to the preview version.
Okay. Okay, just let me grab that. And
So in the last week or so, Ian has added 2 new features to the WikiTree browser extension that I think we've all been waiting for an awful long time. We just didn't know that we were waiting for it. I am really thrilled with these changes. It certainly, in terms of accessing the WikiTree browser extension page, these are marvelous. And for other profiles, it's going to be a benefit as well. But this is really exciting to me because I work on this page all the time. So if you browse down to the,
so I want to turn off from here.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'd rather you go to your controls. Sorry, are you in Safari?
Oh no, I'm in Chrome. You want me to go to Safari, right?
Only because I'm more familiar with it. But if you know how to get to the extension controls to turn them off.
Okay. Let me try and do it in Safari. So I am going to let's stop sharing here. Again, I apologize for this delay, folks, but
Okay, I don't use Chrome, so I'm not sure where to look for those.
Chrome, you should be able to just click on that little. It looks like a.
Yeah, I was doing that, but I thought, but I'll continue.
Then you just click on the there's a right button.
Right. Okay. Now stop sharing. So in Safari. So now I'm in Safari, and
so if you're in Safari, go up to the Safari menu item.
Yeah.
Click on Preferences, and actually let us see that because I want to tell you about something else there.
Sorry, extensions or preferences? Did you say?
Yeah, extensions. Yeah.
Okay.
So you should have your extensions listed there.
It's not. That must be in somewhere else. Oh, I know. It took me to the App Store.
No. You want to. Sorry, you're going to go to Safari Preferences.
Oh, Safari. I've got settings. Will that work?
Just a second.
Yep, there we go. Okay. Which ones do I have here? You know, I've got, okay, so I'll turn them both off. Now, let me see. If I'm presenting, let me try this again.
Yep.
Okay, so there's my extensions page that I'm.
Okay, so can we see the screen?
Can you see it?
Yeah, okay, perfect. So,
and I've got a WikiTree browser extension, which is the official one.
Yep.
And then there's also an extension preview, which I've also loaded, but turned them both off.
Okay. So perfect. So now let's go back to the WIkiTree and take a look at it.
Okay. So I'm going to change what I'm sharing.
Oh.
Because I'm
Sure.
only on my laptop. I don't have 3 monitors today. It's driving me nuts. How do people live like this?
That's a good question.
How many monitors do you have, Douglas?
I got 2 up right now.
See, that's at least that's human at least.
All right. You need to refresh that page because the browser extension is running.
Oh no, that's not the right. It's not the same combo. It is. Let's just
hit escape.
Hit escape. Escape's not escaping for me.
It's not working.
Come on.
Sure.
There we go. Did it refresh?
It's still running the browser extension.
I turned it off.
Are you in Chrome or are you in Safari?
No, I'm in Safari.
Okay, slide down a little bit. Slide down the page a bit. Okay, great. So now you see here how the table of contents is expanded, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now I'd like you to go into any of those features, the global features, access keys, or any of them.
Okay. Can I go into the sticky?
Yeah, sure. Any one of them.
Sticky header. There we go.
Okay. Now you see up at the top there, it says sticky header, and then it's showing a picture. It's a screenshot actually of that I've taken from the page where you do the settings, and I put the screenshot there so that you can see what it looks like. All right. Now go back and turn on the WikiTree browser extension.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm not going to share my screen. You won't be able to see me turning it on, but you'll have to just trust me.
Yep.
The full version, right?
No, the preview.
The preview version. Okay, preview version. Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, that's because you just turned it on. Yeah.
Oh, and it automatically loads when you do that.
And actually, let's just stop for a second there.
Okay.
Okay, so this page that you're looking at here,
Yeah.
it looks kind of like the pop-up menu that you get when you click on the globe button, right?
Yeah.
But it's actually the full page.
Yeah.
So you can look through it and you can work on it, and you can keep it open. Right? So you can make changes here and then go and look at your page, and you can do what you need. So what I'm going to show you now is that, so this is the second way that you can access these settings. And now go back to your WBE page, and I'm going to show you the third way.
Okay, I'm here.
So looks like you need to refresh that screen.
Okay.
Get the browser extension.
I hit refresh.
Yep, just give it a second.
Okay, sorry. Oh, right, it has to do something in the background too. Yeah.
Yeah, so that it's going to take its time. It's got to do a bit of work here to get the page loaded. And what it's doing is going through the whole page. And actually, yeah, it's scanned down to see the table of contents, because you should be seeing something amazing happen here, and it's not. So go back to your settings page.
I may not have turned on.
Yep.
Anything.
Oh, looks like you got everything turned off.
It looks like I got everything turned off. Okay. Well, that would explain why it looked the same.
Okay, so hit your all button.
Hit my all button. Yep. Oof. There we go.
All right, now go back to your page.
Yeah.
And reload it.
Now we should see something different.
Okay, so now we can see the buttons for the notes and clipboard. Right now, notice. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, scan down a little bit.
Oh.
Look at that! Woohoo!
See how the table of contents is expanded?
Yes.
Go back up to the top of the page.
Yay!
Oh, wow.
See that little minus sign? Yeah, click on that. Now go back down.
Oh, everything's collapsed.
Everything's collapsed. Now go back
That's
up to the
so
top.
cool.
Go
I
back
love
to the
it.
top. Hit the plus. Scan down.
Everything's
contents
open.
is expanded, but keep going. Everything is expanded.
Everything's expanded.
Very
Now,
cool.
Go back to the top.
Yeah.
Close it up. Okay, scan down.
Mhm.
Now you can click on any of those.
Let's say settings.
Open it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Now open default features.
Okay.
Now go back up to settings. No. Yeah, go back to the one that you opened up. Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Close it. Open it again.
Oh, the default features stays
Stays
open.
open. Okay.
Nice.
So you can move around your profile. You can hide the things that you don't want to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Etc. And then there's a. Now let's actually go open up one of these options. What we're going to do? Let's go. Yeah, there. Go to the top and click on the plus sign beside features.
Features. There we go.
Oh no, I actually meant for you to do it in the
Tree.
table of contents.
Table of contents thing.
In the table. Oh, here.
Yeah.
Oh, right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Open up features.
Ooh.
There you go. And now we're going to go down to where did we put this? We put this in.
Is this collapsible?
No, I think we put it. Where did we put it?
It's
Oh,
not
there it is. Yeah.
collapsible.
Here we go. So go ahead, jump to that.
There we go.
Now you see how it scrolled to that? Wasn't that smooth?
That was very smooth. Very
Very
sweet.
nice.
Yes. Nice and slick.
Now you can see that it looks like a similar picture is there,
Mm-hmm.
but actually click on. Yeah, click that.
Look at
Look
that.
at that.
It
So you
opened up.
can actually write in the WBE page. You can adjust your options. So I'd like to point out that for profiles,
Mm-hmm.
you might want to have collapse research notes and collapse sources and collapse acknowledgements, so that when you open the page, you're going to see the biography. Everything else will be closed until you want to open it up and take a look.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With the space pages, my tendency is to collapse all sections. So when I get to the page, I just see a closed up thing, and then I can take a look at what I want to look at. But your mileage may vary. You can set things up the way that you want.
Nice. So I've just changed that here.
Yep.
inside this help document, that wouldn't change the actual settings now, would
Yes, it did.
it? Let's just test that out. Let's just go to my, wait a second. So changing it inside the biography, the apps list. Do I have, the question is, do I have research notes? I didn't call them research notes. Something else.
Testing.
But it did collapse my sources.
Yeah.
As promised. So
Nice.
that is wild. That inside the actual help document are the settings are live. That is so cool.
Yeah. So you can see why I'm excited about all this. You can find the setting that you're looking for easily.
Yeah.
You can read about what are the gotchas, what do you need to know about this,
Mm-hmm.
and set your settings the way that you want and move on.
Yeah.
Now, if you go to the end of this page, actually go back to the table of contents.
Okay.
Now that we can do that.
Now that we can, yeah, there we go.
And so we're going to go down, go down through the table of contents, and you get to known issues.
Known issues. There we go.
Open that up, and the last one is contention.
Oh.
So it turns out that because of the way that WBE is made, it is a collection of features.
Right.
There's currently 83 features.
Oof.
Now, for the most part, these all work together and they don't bump into each other. But there are a few cases where they can bump into each other. And so I've enumerated those. I've explained what the contention is and what you should do, how to make your choices about the settings.
Right.
Okay, so in some cases, you don't want both things set. You want to choose one or the other or neither.
Style's a perfect example of that. That
Yeah.
makes perfect sense why that would be a conflict. Yeah.
Right. What else can I tell you? I mean,
so with the new one, this new feature, the collapsible profiles, it conflicts with the readability. Is that?
Yeah, there's an option in readability options. There's a way that you can close down the research notes and the sources. And so when you have the collapsible profiles feature turned on, and you have these two options set in readability options, then you end up with the result that you're seeing there, where you've got a plus sign beside research notes, and you've also got the toggle. So the only way you're going to be able to show those research notes or the sources is you're going to have to open both of those.
Right.
Okay. And so we suggest that you turn off the readability option and let the collapsible profiles do it for you. Unless you're choosing not to use collapsible profiles at all, and then go ahead and keep your readability option.
Right.
Another weird thing is the what links here thing. Now, so what links here is a section that's added to the end of the profile. It was a feature that was added last year. And what it does is it at the very end of the profile, it'll give you a list of other pages that link to this page. Now the problem was that when the feature was first added, it was just making way too many calls to the server. Because anytime anybody in WikiTree opened a profile, it was going and doing those fetches. So that was noticed, and the solution was, well, let's put this little toggle on it, and so it'll only do that fetch if you specifically ask for it. Because really, most people don't even want that information, right?
Right.
But occasionally you do want to see, so you have to click that button to open it up. Now, so if you have the what links here feature turned on, and you have your collapsing turned on, then you're going to end up with both of these symbols on there. And so the way to deal with that is you click the little toggle, and it'll do the fetch. And then you just have to make sure that the minus sign beside the what links here rather than the plus sign. If you see a plus sign, click it. It'll open. If you see a minus sign, it is open.
Right.
Okay, so there's a little bit of contention there. For now, this is the only way that Ian can deal with it. Maybe he'll come up with a different solution later, but for now, this is how we deal with it.
Cool.
So those are the really new features for the past week. And I in Jamie's post yesterday or the day before, she mentioned a number of others. I don't know whether you want to review any of those or not.
Sure.
You want me to?
What do you?
I can share my screen if it's easier.
Okay.
Greg, if you want to drive.
Well, Murray can. What are those other features, Murray?
Well,
you can still drive.
I gotta go find that G2G list. Do you have the thing from?
Yeah,
the post?
it's here. I got it right
Why
here.
don't you just read it to us? And
Oh, okay. So the first item on the list was Ian Bacall added pending merges filters,
Oh, right.
help, and collapsible profiles features to WBE, as well as fixed bugs.
I think we showed the pending filters last week, didn't we? The pending merger?
I think we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then help.
Yeah, we just.
That's what we just did,
That's
right?
what we
That's what we just
here.
did.
Okay. And then Eric Stamper, who is in the audience,
Yes.
made a handful of bug fixes and improvements to WBE. Hello, Eric.
Now, one of the cool things that Eric did was if you open up, if you go to the top there and click on the globe icon and pull down that pop-up list. Actually, there it is. So yeah, so you see that search bar?
Yes.
Yeah.
So type in the word collapsible.
Collapse. There we go.
Awesome.
So it's a lot easier to find things now in this page. That applies to if you move over to the tab beside that where you've got the full page open.
Yes.
That feature is there also.
Very cool.
And so so that makes it a lot easier. And sorry, Eric.
Yeah, Greg.
What's
The
that?
settings tab. Not the help page, but the tab that you have open, the third tab. You're in the middle tab right now.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, that's what I used. Yeah.
Oh, right there, right there, right.
Yep.
Cool.
Now, sorry, Eric, you're online. So can you remind us the other things that you fixed? Sorry, I just don't have that at the top of my brain right now.
B call. Sorry.
It's like B call.
All right. Okay. So next on the list was Anonymous Brumford made additional improvements to the Slippy Tree view and also fixed some bugs with other tree app views.
Right.
Oh, nice. So if I go to my Slippy Tree here.
I just like that name.
We just love the name, Slippy Tree. Let's go up a generation or two. Let's go to her Slippy Tree. Slippy Tree. If we merge those two tree ups, we could have a super Slippy Tree. There we go. So the marriage dates are there. I can't remember if they were there last week or not, but that's very cool.
Can you zoom in a little bit?
I can.
Cool.
We have the technology. See that? We have the marriage date there, and there's the marriage date up here as well. And again, for those who haven't seen this before, that help icon basically gives you the lowdown of all the components, what the different thickness of lines means, whether they're confirmed with DNA or just confident, or if they're uncertain, you get the dash line. And the color depends on male or female, or if it's green, if it's a non-biological connection, like an adoption or something like that. And then there's the scroll wheel. I remember during the testing, there was a lot of discussion back and forth how the scroll wheel was working or not. So depending on whether you have a mouse or trackpad, you can change that setting. Change that setting live right here. And then you can highlight different things. So if I wanted to highlight all those people that are managed by me, then when I go back here, you can see on my all of these are mine. These are all the profiles I added when I first joined WikiTree.
Cool.
So let's see if I add the ancestors. Eventually, we will get to the ancestor that blew my mind because all of a sudden he was, okay, so it would have been someone at this level here. And I'm thinking it might have been Andre Trudel or Trepanier or someone on my grandmother's side. Let's upload her ancestors.
Oh, the profile was already on WikiTree.
That's right. Yeah. So here I am. This is 2018. I joined WikiTree. I added my parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, got really heavy into the Quebecois. And then all of a sudden,
boom, you
boom,
connected.
I found someone and they already existed. And then all of a sudden, I had to go back to the founding of Quebec.
You're connected to everybody.
Blew my mind. So,
Oh, we have a question from the audience from John
okay,
Tyner.
excellent. Okay, so what's John saying there? He says, the Slippy tree only shows DNA confirmations. Well, it shows by the thickness of the lines whether that connection. So Pauline was my mother. So Pauline and Marie-Berthe Germain, because of my DNA connections, I know that connection is DNA confirmed. So that's a really thick, solid red line, as is the red line connecting to her mother.
But the ones that aren't DNA confirmed are still showing. They're still
showing, but they're not
a thinner line.
So it's the direct line from me up to my greats and great-greats will be the solid ones.
But the other ones are still showing. They would just be a thinner line. Yeah.
And if I go now to focus. And again, it also depends on the person who's the focus. So now that he's the focus, you can see the solid, really thick blue line, because that DNA connection is also confirmed, as is the DNA connection to both of his parents. And I think that's as far, I was able to, because of an X DNA confirmation, I was able to go one more generation on this one specific line.
Wow.
Awesome.
But the rest all end at this generation here, 1850s. So, yeah. What other features were there in the Slippy tree that were added?
It doesn't say
so
on
nice,
this post. It doesn't say on the post, but it looks like John saying when he looked at the Slippy tree, it only showed his parents.
By default, it will. And then what you do is you right click, or you single click on a person. And then that gives you this drop down menu. So you can load ancestors going before or descendants going backwards, or you can load family, which will load all of their immediate family members. And you can do the opposite of loading. You can prune if you wish. Now, if I hit prune, let's see what happens.
That's so cool. Man, it's so slick how it just moves around there.
It is very impressive. Yeah.
It's very slippy.
It's very slippy and sleek. Yeah. I pruned there. There we go. So it looks like it's pruning on the ancestor side, just giving the directs. So now we're just looking at direct ancestors, not all the siblings.
Cool. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
What does the green little triangle
highlight?
So that's the highlighting. So one of the things I done was to highlight. Let's see. I guess I have to be on the focus person, right? Let's make her the focus person. And then, no? Where did I do the highlighting?
Was it in the, it was in the help. It was
you had to be in the help to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's zoom. Oh, now I've lost the help page. There we go.
Oh, there it is.
I've zoomed in too much, and there we go. Yes.
Oh, I got you. You can change what it means pretty much.
Exactly,
Highlight living people, highlight whatever.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Living people. Now, I think I've gone too far. If I go and show living people, there'll be living people. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. But see, I've got some categories in there. So if I choose the Chateau Richer category, then everyone who was born there, or I could choose location Canada, which is probably everyone at this point still.
Oh, it looks like Ian's just responding that there was an issue related to privacy that was fixed.
Oh,
That he
well,
thinks
that's
might
good.
have also helped.
Nice. Chateau Richer. Let's see. Ooh. There we go. One person has the. Well, when I first started out, I didn't add categories to anything because I wasn't sure what they meant. And I am negligent in going back and fixing that now that I do know what they mean. But I really should go and do that.
All right. So next on the list,
Okay.
David Weinberg has
Hmm.
been working on a heritage calculator that was
All right.
suggested in the G2G. So
Okay.
that's kind of cool.
And do we have a version we can look at?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
There's
And
just
there-
let's see. We're just looking at and I've just for y'all I've pinned this link to this G2G post is pinned to the top of the live chat for y'all. And I'm looking to see, she's got it linked where the suggestion was originally. So there's no more information about that though.
Okay.
So
There's been a lot of discussion on the Discord channel
mhm.
in the last few days about this feature. So
Yeah.
So this will be exciting to see this develop. And if it's in
Sounds
good enough
cool.
shape, is David in our chat right now?
I don't think so. I don't think I saw his name show up.
Okay,
David,
well,
if you're there,
if
say
you're there,
hi.
maybe we can invite you next week.
Oh,
to
there
come
he
in.
is. Yep, he's
Oh, hello, David. So maybe next week you might have something you want to show. That would be great. So.
all right. And then Douglas's tree app related to the cemeteries was the next item.
Excellent.
And then Joel Richard is next up, working on improving the printer-friendly view.
Right. Okay.
Jeff
So we
Crew.
Mhm.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say we did see that in the first week where he improved the printer friendly from I think 4 generations to 5 generations. So
Yeah, increase
that's
that.
good.
That's nice.
Now he's not. Is he going to 6 generations now, or he's just improving the 5 generation look?
I don't know. There's no
We
more
don't know.
information here. Yeah. Jeff Crew is next up on the list. Last item has been working on a bee feature to show which people in your ancestry tree have WikiTree profiles. That was shared last livecast.
Mhm.
So awesome.
That
Yeah.
is so very awesome. Yeah.
So
Now, I
that
found
was
one I
a
used-
great demonstration on last week's
That was
livecast.
great. Yeah.
If you're interested in that, I'll pop that into the live chat too.
Nice. Yeah. Now that's still in preview mode, B preview mode, right?
I don't know. Yeah.
I think it is. But from when a couple days ago when I tried that out.
Let's see.
And
Because it would be showing up in the options for WikiTree B, right? And it's
it's called Tree.
Ancestry tree or something like that. Or
The feature is called Tree Matching, and then there's a checkbox for Ancestry.
that's right. Yeah,
because-
it's not on the live version. I'm not seeing it. I'm looking at it right now. So
I'm gonna have to plug in, or else I'm gonna lose power in a few moments. So
all right.
keep reading that, and I'm right here.
Yeah, Ian says he's still on it and it's still great. Oh, we've got Flo in the live chat. Hi, Flo. Any of the developers or testers that would like to join the upcoming live cast, just reach out to Greg or Jamie and they can get you the link information for that.
Oh yeah.
because we love actually hearing from everybody. It's great to have people in the studio. We can have up to 10 people, so and
Yeah,
it's
lots
great
of room.
the more the merrier. Oh, it looks like Jeff is sharing. He spent most of the week trying to add the feature to My Heritage,
I was wondering if he was going to work on that.
but found it might not be possible.
Oh, that's too bad.
Aw, shucks.
Oh, well. That's okay.
Oh, and David's sharing no charts yet. Was planning to work on that this weekend.
Okay,
Very
no
cool.
problem. We have a full month still. Well, we don't have a full month. We've got a full
We're
month.
halfway through.
We have 2 weeks left.
We've got 2 weeks left, and the bonus is that we actually have 2 more. So we'll have had 5 Hacktober LiveCasts this month. We don't often get a full 5. Sometimes we only get 4.
And then you're going to do on Saturday of WikiTree week, you're going to do a tech Q&A
Yes.
follow-up, right? For
That's right, yeah.
Hacktoberfest?
So WikiTree, the plan, just to let everyone know, the plan is on WikiTree Day, we will do we'll do a presentation, a live presentation about the stuff that was developed during Hacktoberfest. So that'll sort of be our formal Hacktoberfest roundup or wrap up is on WikiTree Day, which is Tuesday, November the 5th.
What?
Everybody
There's
says
nothing else going on
that.
that day. Nothing else of importance. So, I mean, some of you might have to go out and do your civic duty if you live south of the border. South of my border, not south.
And what time was that Hacktoberfest wrap up on the 5th?
I want to say, was it either 6? I think it was 8 o'clock, wasn't it?
Oh my goodness.
Well, we
We're gonna have
have,
some
is that the kickoff? Is that
Oh.
going to be part of the kickoff that's at 8 a.m. Eastern or?
Oh, you know what? I'm not sure exactly what the time was that we set for that.
Okay, because I don't have it on the list, so
Oh, you don't? Okay.
go with me afterwards and I'll get you a live cast for
Okay.
that.
I'm pretty sure that was the plan, that we would do the
Yeah,
we're going to do the wrap up as like from StreamYard from here. But then on the Saturday, at noon on the Saturday would be a Zoom meeting, and
Yeah.
that would be a live tech Q&A. So anyone's welcome to come join us on Zoom, and we'll answer any specific questions and do any troubleshooting. If you're using some of the new apps and you have questions about how they work, then we'll have some live.
I'm just going to share my screen for WikiTree week.
Yeah, go right ahead. That's super.
So just share that. And I'm going to pop that link into the chat here for y'all too. Check that out. Get registered. Registration is open. And of course, registration gets you entered for door prizes.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and your mystery box challenge is going to be the first live cast really that kind of kicks off after the symposium. That's
right. So that kind of links to Ian's question. So I have what I'm working on right now for Hacktoberfest is I'm working on an app because there was a new challenge. A new challenge is going to come out in November, and it's the brainchild of Vicky Blanco. It's called the Mystery Box Challenge. And so I'm working on the logistics of making that work right now. And Murray's actually been one of our first testers. So he's found a bunch of holes and changes. So thank you for that, Murray.
Yeah.
But later today or tomorrow, I'm going to make a post on Discord and in the Hacktoberfest channel. And I don't know if we have a testing or sub channel or whatever, inviting anyone who's in the Hacktoberfest channel and wants to test it, give you early access to the app so that you can test it out further before we release it to everyone on WikiTree beginning of November. But I can tease the first little bit of it if you would like.
Nice.
So let me just find the right screen to do said teasing. Let's see if I go to...
I was playing with it yesterday. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Oh, good. Well, that's the point. That's the that's my hope. You know how that, wait a second. Oh, you're watching me. Now you're
Oh, I can
watching what
remove
I'm
that
doing.
there.
That's okay.
I knew you were on one screen, so I knew
Yeah,
you were
you know,
able to also
yeah.
share it. Put it up there.
Oh, you know what? Here, I'll do this because it's in Chrome, but since I'm sharing in, there we go. Copy that over to
Safari or from Chrome.
Safari.
Yeah.
Where's my Safari? Here's my Safari. Go boom. Log in. There we go. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay.
Woohoo!
There it is, the mystery box challenge. So you log in first, which I did when you weren't looking, and you say, I want to choose a mystery box. And then you get to pick how difficult a mystery do you want to solve. Let's go easy peasy for now. And you have a choice of different time frames. Murray suggested, and I took off the button for 17th century because that's before 1700. So you need qualifications to be able to do that. And I thought, as we introduce the challenge, we'll stick with the time frames that are a little bit easier to work with.
Right, that makes
Later
sense.
on, when people become experts, we can add that extra button in. We can make that a feature later on. I'm going to go 19th century, and then you can even choose where you're going to do your sleuthing. So I'm going to say Canada. Onward to Canada.
I love it.
And then you get to pick your box. And as you can see, I've been doing a lot of testing. Murray's doing tests. So a bunch of these boxes have already been taken. But you just pick a number, and then it will start loading profiles and grabbing profiles. And what it's going to do is you're going to give you 5 random profiles, all with something that you have to fix. And when you accept the challenge, there's the instructions. There's your 5 profiles, and that's what needs to happen to them. And so you're gonna fix them, and as you fix them, you mark them as done, and go through. When all 5 are done, then you've won the mystery box challenge. You've fixed this mystery box for the day, and you can even get a sticker to add to your profile.
So, such a great idea.
Yeah. So that's what it looks like, and I need testers to go through and make sure that all the different things are working properly. One of the things that you need to know about it, though, is depending on the criteria that you've chosen, we have all of the suggestions. So the suggestions come from the different suggestions that get created. There's the same suggestions the data doctors use when they do their contests or challenges. They're the suggestions that pop up when you go to WikiTree Plus, or if you're on a profile and you click on the suggestion thing. They're all the same numbered suggestions. And they've been categorized, not by me, but by the data doctors or Alesh or someone, in terms of easy, intermediate, advanced. And we've divided those out, farmed those out. But depending on so it picks a random suggestion from that level, and then it tries to find profiles that fit the other 2, the time and place criteria. So depending on how specific you are, and I think the biggest limiter will probably be location for some of them.
Right.
But even, a big location like, say, Canada, early back in time, Murray was finding that there was some suggestions that there's lots of them, but there's not a lot of those types of suggestions early on in time, because I think those profiles were, I don't know if they're rarer or they're more well cared for, they just don't appear. So if it doesn't pick them, then it loosens one of those criteria. So I said 19th century. So this person died in the 1800s, so that fits. 1800s, this one died. This one here, Nicolasa Salazar, born and died in the 1700s, so that'd be the 18th century. So that one, finding this criteria didn't fit with the parameters here. So that's one of the scenarios where it got loosened up. So that's not necessarily a bug. I mean, it might be a bug, but it's not necessarily a bug.
Because it didn't have something to put there, so it
Yeah, because what it does is it always chooses the suggestion number first from the list of suggestions based on the level. And then it goes and tries to find a profile that matches that suggestion. And every one of the suggestions that's in the Mystery Box app are ones where there's at least 1,000 of those available to choose from. So depending on how popular it gets, we may have to revise the suggestion list more frequently.
Now, isn't that interesting? So if you look at Nicholas Salazar,
yeah,
he's not from Canada. He's from La Cañada.
Yeah.
So in this case, it couldn't find. That seems weird that it couldn't find anyone in Canada that had wrong characters. But you know what the character is that it's probably objecting to? It's probably the Enya.
Yeah.
The N with the
accent mark.
Yeah.
Ian says, Greg, that's really cool. There you go. Thanks. And saying, where can I find this Mystery Box Genealogy? You already got somebody interested.
Stay tuned until November. Now, if you're a Hacktoberfester and you've signed up to help out with the testing, then you on the Discord channel, you'll see the link there. I'm gonna stick to Discord for testing and communicating with testers, just because it's more immediate and it's easier for me to communicate as opposed to on G2G. So
yeah. So Anne, I think check the Hacktoberfest channel on Discord for connecting with Greg about that. We do have a question from the audience. What does a
swap do? Well, if you come say I'm doing this and I say, well, I can't read Spanish. Well, I'm doing Duolingo in Spanish, so I can do a little bit. Poco a poco. But if you say, well, I don't know anything about the Salazars, except for the fact that, they're a house, aren't they associated with a bad house in Harry Potter? If I can hit swap, and then I can swap that out for another suggestion of the same type, or just another random suggestion. And if I don't want other, I'm going to hit the random suggestion, and it gave me someone different.
Awesome.
But also from
the same area.
Random is random, and it could just randomly pick the same number. Come on. There
we go.
Different type of suggestion, different person, and from Canada. So there we go. So that's the other thing, is that you get 5 random profiles, but if one of them is undoable or is just something that's out of your wheelhouse, you've got the swap option. So the goal is we want you to fix 5 profiles and then finish your mystery box, get your sticker, and it's good for WikiTree. So
that's awesome.
There you go. There's another aspect to the contest, but I'm not going to tell you about, because it's one that's made us very excited. I think
that'll be part of the reveal.
That'll be part of the reveal, because I think that's one of the coolest parts about it. And it actually has nothing to do with the programming. Well, it actually does have something to do with the programming. But anyways, I won't say anymore because it's a mystery.
So tune in for that reveal, y'all. That's going to be Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's the 3rd of November. And that's going to be Greg and Vicky doing that reveal. I'm really excited about that. We've been hearing about it in the events committee for a while, so.
Yeah. And the app's taken shape nicely here, so.
Yeah. So all the details for WikiTree Week is, I gave you guys the link in the live chat there. Let's see, where did I put that? There it is. Pretty easy to remember. So lots of broadcasts that we're going to be doing. There's going to be cubicle parties. And on Saturday, like we mentioned, besides the normal Saturday roundup, there's research parties throughout the day. They actually start the night before because we have New Zealand. Yeah. And then here's the text stream Q&A follow up in Zoom.
Yeah.
That'll be great because it'll be open. Everybody can come into the Zoom and ask any questions, and that'll be.
And there's no real limit to the number of people who can join a Zoom, right? Like maybe 100 or 200 or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the upper limit is on that.
Yeah. So
So if you haven't registered, register. Oh, I just wanted to say too, we started our 16-day countdown.
Ooh.
And I don't know if y'all have seen, but let's see if I can get there from here. So the WikiTree week countdown. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we're at just 300,000 profiles away from hitting 40 million profiles.
Wow.
So
Dang.
answer the post and share when you think we're going to hit 40 million profiles.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, let me start putting more in. We'll get there quicker.
I know. On the Zoom for the kickoff for the week for Melissa Barker, we were joking about we got to get busy and add a whole bunch of profiles for Melissa so that
Yes.
we can get it up there. So
Nice.
but yeah. When will we hit 40 million profiles, y'all?
Mhm. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I don't have anything else to share. Murray, is there anything else on that list that?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, then I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's joined me today and everyone who's there in the chat with us and help keep us going and whatnot. Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much, Douglas, for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm glad I could show it off a little something this time.
Yeah, that's nice. It's great. I love meeting with other developers and especially seeing some new faces around. So hope to see you again.
Definitely.
And thanks again, Maria and Asher, for your help. And we will see you here next week.
Sounds good.
See ya.
Yes.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.